Hi, this is Les-Levine, the self-proclaimed voice of truth and reason in Ohio sports. Baseball players and owners can't be that stupid, can they be? I don't care who's at fault. I just know that they're on the brink of closing down the season. I've got news for all of them. With the country virtually being shut down for months, both sides think they're in control. Let me give both sides some advice. Unless you're playing games with labor negotiations and ready to give in, and you're playing hardball, don't bother. The rest of us are trying to make mortgage payments, car payments, and putting food on the table. Sports used to be a diversion, but if the players and owners don't understand their roles in the game, players can look for real jobs next year and owners can cash in their investment. Good luck to all of you. I'll be there to welcome you back next month if you're playing, but I can't guarantee anything for 2021. The D-Man Dennis-Manoloff is here. More Sports and Les-Levine is on the air. From the worldwide headquarters of More Sports and Les-Levine on a Wednesday night, good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to More Sports and Les-Levine into its 24th consecutive season, pretty soon 25th, and we're seen exclusively and powered by cleveland.com. The D-Man, Dennis-Manoloff, is here, WTAM 1100, and D-Man joins us on Wednesday nights. Let's see what let's see what he's looking like tonight. There he is. Oh, he's not paying attention. What are you doing back there, D-Man?
Oh, no, I'm paying attention, Les. I'm just checking my phone to see if MLB and MLBPA have come to their senses yet.
What do you? I understand negotiations. This is so far apart that it's laughable. Well, if it wasn't so sad, it would be laughable.
Yeah, Les, first of all, once again, you're spot on with your opening comment. I sat here last week or in a different room, but on remote here on your show last week and said, talk to me at the end of May when I think their artificial deadline is to finish these negotiations. I was supremely confident that a deal would get done. But now I got to say, the stuff that I've heard in the last 48 hours makes me nervous. I still believe there will be a season because I don't think that the owners and the players can possibly be this stupid. All right. However, these are the same, well, not the same guys, but the same entities, owners and players who said no mas to the 1994 season and blew up the World Series. So I guess if they're capable of doing that, they're capable of punting on a 2020 season during a global pandemic. But this is absolute insanity. It is ridiculous. And I'll tell you what, Les, one of the problems here is for whatever reason, Major League Baseball, the owners and the players, not just the players, not just the owners, both of them, do their negotiations through the media. Why? This is virtually the only sport that does it to this extent. You have these, and again, I love all the national writers. This is not media on media crime, but you have certain national writers that are selected by certain owners or players to get their message out, and they do their fighting through the media. And then what happens then? The public relations nightmare occurs, and all of a sudden, people like you and me and the fans are screaming and yelling at them. They should be doing this behind closed doors. Don't let us see how the sausage is made, but get it done.
My guess is that the other sports are that far apart too when the negotiations start. It's just as you say, we don't know about it. The owners who have the kind of money built up that they can hire the PR firms to get their side out there and know how to do it. The players don't know how to do it. Tony Clark is a former first baseman. He doesn't know how to do it. It was a good pick at the time for the head of the Players Association, but he had some chances and he blew it. I'm surprised he's still there. But to your point, probably the other sports are just as far apart. We just don't know about it.
Correct, Les. And I think in this particular case, this particular negotiation, You cannot believe for certain everything that you hear or read because there's always going to be another side to it. As of now, it certainly appears like the owners are trying to squeeze the players in advance of the CBA running out at the end of 2021. But there's the other side of it potentially where the owners are like, look, we have revenue shortfalls and this is what we have to do to try to make up for it. But here's the point, and it's a point you made. We don't care. MLB, MLBPA, we don't care what your sheets look like. We don't care what your salaries might be cut to or what your revenues might be cut to. Get it done. Period.
Well, one of the things the Players Association has a problem with is the sliding scale. Now, I don't have it in front of me, but it's my understanding that if this sliding scale takes place, somebody like Francisco Lindor would be, instead of making $21 million, he'd be making like $3.5 million, and that doesn't seem right. And I'm sure there's examples the other way. But here's the sliding scale, and it says that higher earning players would take larger pay cuts. Players making the minimum would get close to all of their prorated salary. It's almost like income tax. Instead of a flat fee of 20% or whatever, it's the more money you make, the less percentage-wise you're going to pay, and that doesn't seem right to regular people out there.
Correct, Les, and this is again, this underscores the problem with MLB versus MLBPA, and when I say MLB, I mean the owners, is that these little drips and drabs, these little nuggets, these little pieces, they are part of a mosaic that's called negotiations, that's called back and forth. It is going to get contentious at times. But the problem is, if you get this information, the public gets it, the media gets it in bits and pieces, it's distorted because we don't see it as part of the mosaic. We see it as, oh, this is absolutely outrageous, or this is ridiculous, or that's ridiculous. No, it's all part of negotiation. That's why I just wish the MLB and MLBPA would put a lid on this, go into the basement, hide, shut off all phones, and get the daggone thing done.
Well, here's the advantage that owners will always have, and that is the clock is always ticking as far as how long a player's career is going to last. So they've got to make it when they can. They can't give up a year or two or three of renegotiation and finding out what they can do for a new contract. Brett Anderson, who's a pitcher for the Brewers, had this to say, and it goes into what I said about Lindor. It's interesting strategy by making the most marketable players, like Trout, potentially look like the bad guys. He's absolutely right. Marcus Stroman, who is a pitcher for the Mets, used to play for the Toronto Blue Jays. This season is not looking promising. Keeping the mind and body ready regardless. Time to dive into some after baseball life projects. Hope everybody's staying safe and healthy. Brighter times remain ahead. Well, he's right. This could be the end of baseball for some of these guys, the veteran guys, and they may not have more to latch onto in the future. 216-575-0403 is the number to call. Dennis-Manoloff is here. When are you on WTAM in the next week or so?
Tomorrow night, 7 to 10. I'm sure I'll be ranting about this very subject in addition to others. By the way, Les, what do you think of the lettuce? How do I look?
You look great.
The lettuce. How do I look?
Oh, you're talking about a haircut. I did the same thing. I stood in line to get one. No, not really.
Well, guess what?
What?
Guess who cut my hair, Les? My wife.
Yeah, great job. Great job by her. You know what happened to me? I've had the same guy doing my hair for over 35 years. And out of 3 months here, he forgot which side he combs it on. He started going this way. I said, no, Tommy, come on now. You can't have total coma here. Come on, give me a haircut the right way. You should be able to cut my hair with the lights off. 216-575-0403 is the number to call. Dennis-Manoloff is here. When we come back, we're going to take some other looks at the power index done by some national folks. You might like them, you might not like them. That's what will happen when we come back. The D-Man will be on, that'll be on WTAM. That'll be tomorrow night. We're going to take a break, and we'll come on back. We'll also talk about Baker-Mayfield, what he had to say in a video. You'll be interested to hear a lot of that and how many people have been working out with him down in Texas. More Sports and Les-Levine continues exclusively, powered by cleveland.com. Did you know that the Ohio Lottery has winners all over the place? Over the last 6 months, they paid over $1 billion out. People are winning in record numbers, and winning is happening around the state of Ohio. Play an Ohio Lottery game and play it today. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/more-sports-and-les-levine with new content posted each and every day. It's simple. We post a question, you post an answer, we put it on the air, and there you go. We'll talk about it all night long on More Sports and Les-Levine, powered exclusively by cleveland.com.
Use one of our 50 state-of-the-art Bet America kiosks to place your bet and watch your favorite games on one of our many HD televisions or visit our sportsbook area. Only at Presque Isle Downs and Casino.
Do you like Ohio State football? Would you like to get information from me, Doug Lesmerises, about Ohio State football without having to look at my face? We have got the plan for you. Become an Ohio State text subscriber through cleveland.com. You send a text, 614-350-3315. What do you get? 2, 3, 4 texts right in your phone every day about Ohio State football. Inside information, polls, voting, all kinds of things. You can be on our podcast. We take text subscriber questions on our Buckeye Talk podcast every week. If you really want to be involved with Ohio State football, in season or out of season, become an Ohio State text subscriber from cleveland.com. Send a text to 614-350-3315. 14-day free trial. What do you have to lose? $3.99 a month after that. 614-350-3315. I'll see you in your phone.
As a kid growing up, my dream was to go to college, play baseball, and get a degree. Coming out of high school, I had 2 choices. I was accepted into a 4-year university, but I decided to come to Tri-C after receiving a scholarship. I got my associate's degree at Tri-C. They transferred all my credits straight into Baldwin-Wallace, so I started at Baldwin-Wallace University as a junior. My name is Tyler Leonard, and I earned my first degree at Tri-C.
The Ohio Lottery Partners in Education program recognizes role model students and teachers from across Ohio. Nominations can now be done completely online. To nominate a deserving teacher or student, go to ohiolottery.com. In the About section, find Partners in Education. There you will find links to the nomination forms. Students, kindergarten through 12th grade, can be academic all-stars. Teachers can be honored as a Teacher of the Month. The Ohio Lottery Partners in Education, where stars shine.
For me, that goes back to the mindset that I'm comfortable in living in, that work ethic mentality. I think that fits it. But there's no doubt year 3 is always a big year in these contracts, and timing wise, everybody knows that. But I'm not going to put any added pressure on myself. There's no need for that, because if I win, good things will happen. Good things will happen for our team and the guys around me, and that's the most important part. So if I play better, that's why quarterback is one of those positions. It's the hardest in sports. If I play better, our team's going to do better. So I put that pressure on myself, and so it doesn't matter what year it is. I have to play better each year.
I want to follow up with what I think Nate asked you. Everyone gauges year 3. It's kind of a measuring stick. Some guys have made it to the Super Bowl by